School is out, grades are in. How did every team fare this offseason?
Offseason grade for the LA Chargers.
A, got a tight end, got Khalil Mack, got an elite corner, liked all of it. Good stuff. Way to go, Chargers.
How did your favorite team fare this offseason? Well, let's dive right into the final offseason grades for all 32 NFL teams. Arizona Cardinals, C. We understand not wanting to pay Chandler Jones top dollar, but who's going to consistently rush the passer now? The Marquise Brown trade looks smarter now since we know DeAndre Hopkins is out for the first 6 games. Retaining James Conner, Zach Ertz, and AJ Green will help Kyler Murray. But still, this team certainly lost more than they gained in the offseason. Atlanta Falcons, F. They struck out on Deshaun Watson, who they shouldn't have pursued to begin with. That only served to alienate franchise GOAT Matt Ryan, who they eventually had to deal for just a 3rd-round pick. Oh, and now you lose Calvin Ridley for nothing as he serves a season-long suspension for gambling. 2022 is shaping up to be another rough year in the ATL. Baltimore Ravens, A+. Perhaps no team bolstered their Super Bowl chances more than Baltimore this offseason. GM Eric DeCosta made this team even more dangerous on both sides of the ball. The new safety duo of Kyle Hamilton and Marcus Williams should flourish alongside Marcus Peters and Marlon Humphrey. And hey, bringing back Justin Houston and Calais Campbell on team-friendly deals doesn't hurt either. Buffalo Bills, A. The Bills addressed their 2 pressing needs at pass rusher and corner. Future Hall of Famer Von Miller was added in free agency to give this team an edge rusher who can legitimately push for double-digit sacks. And former Gators corner Kyer Elam was taken in the 1st round to help complement Tre'Davious White and that elite secondary. Carolina Panthers, B. Better late than never, Carolina finally got themselves a half-decent quarterback in Baker Mayfield, and he only cost them a conditional 5th-round pick. Excellent work by Scott Fitterer to fix up the O-line too. He signed Austin Corbett and Bradley Bozeman before grabbing future star Ike Ekwonu at number 6 overall. Signing star wideout DJ Moore to a 3-year extension was a big-time win too. Chicago Bears, F. So, what's the Bears' plan here? They're trying to build around Justin Fields, yet they did very little to address that woeful offensive line. Does anyone know what the plan is in the Windy City? Anyone? Hello? Cincinnati Bengals, A-. The Bengals had one primary offseason goal: fix a terrible offensive line. Hey, mission accomplished. Alex Kappa, Lyle Collins, and Ted Karras were all signed to reasonable deals in free agency. And now that Burrow actually has solid protection in front of him, man, watch him go off in year 3. Cleveland Browns, D-. Very risky to mortgage your entire future for a player who hasn't played a snap for you and has a lot of off-the-field legal troubles to manage. Oh, and we should also mention that he hasn't played football in over a year. The Browns really gave up way too much money for Deshaun Watson. $230 million and fully guaranteed money. Seriously? Also, Baker Mayfield deserved a little more respect than that. These Browns never cease to amaze us. Dallas Cowboys, D-. Dallas won 12 games a year ago, but we promise you they won't get there again. Not after losing Amari Cooper, Cedric Wilson Jr., Connor Williams, La'el Collins, Randy Gregory, and Keon O'Neal. Yes, Jerry Jones had a brutal salary cap situation to work around, but he could have tried a little harder to keep some of these guys, or at least find quality replacements. Denver Broncos, A+. Do we really need to explain this one? After 6 years of searching for Peyton Manning's replacement, the Broncos finally found him in former Seahawks quarterback and future Hall of Famer Russell Wilson. Of course, adding Randy Gregory to bolster their pass rush wasn't bad for the team's 2nd biggest move. But this is really all about Russ. With Wilson in the fold, the Broncos are a bona fide Super Bowl contender. Detroit Lions, B. With all that cap space, the Lions could have done maybe a little more to improve a leaky defense, but they get a solid B grade here because Brad Holmes actually aced the draft. Getting Aiden Hutchinson at number 2 overall was a huge win, considering many had him graded as the best player in the draft. Holmes also worked his magic to trade up and get Alabama wideout Jamison Williams 12th overall. Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and TJ Hawkinson could be a dynamic receiving trio for many years to come. Green Bay Packers, C+. Would have liked to see the Packers do more on offense following the Davante Adams trade, but the Christian Watson pick in round 2 was beautiful, and we love what GM Brian Gutekunst did on D. Re-signing Rasul Douglas and Devondre Campbell to team-friendly extensions was grade A work. Superstar corner Jair Alexander got his well-deserved extension. And first-round picks Quay Walker and Devontae Wyatt add more beef to an already elite defense. Houston Texans, C+. GM Nick Caserio waited until he got the best possible offer from Cleveland for Watson. A job well done there. We also loved Houston's draft. Derek Stingley at 3rd overall will help bolster the defense, and rookie guard Kenyon Green could form a dynamic blocking duo alongside veteran stalwart Laramie Tunsil. Indianapolis Colts, A. The Colts somehow got 2 third-round picks from Washington in the Carson Wentz trade, and then they somehow only had to give up a 3rd to Atlanta to get Matt Ryan. They also got a double-digit sack threat in Yannick Ngakoue from Las Vegas for Rock Ya-Sin. They got to All-Pro corner Stephon Gilmore on a bargain 2-year deal. Standout receiver Alec Pierce was a tremendous find in round 2. Does anyone else feel like these Colts have 2022 AFC South champions written all over them? Jacksonville Jaguars, C. Hiring Super Bowl winning head coach Doug Peterson was a very smart move. And look, we know Christian Kirk, Brandon Scherf, Darius Williams, Evan Ingram, and Zay Jones make this roster considerably better, but all of them were given way too much money, plain and simple. The Jaguars would have gotten a B+ from us if they used the top pick on Hutchinson. Trayvon Walker was clearly the riskier option of the two. Will it pay off in the long run? Whether or not it does, it's a big risk to take with the 1st overall pick. Kansas City Chiefs, B+. Losing Tyreek Hill definitely stings, but the Chiefs now have 3 new playmaking weapons to replace him in Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Valdes-Scantling, and rookie Sky Moore. The D lost Tyrann Mathieu, but Justin Reed is a capable replacement. Getting lockdown corner Trent McDuffie and workhorse pass rusher George Karlaftis will improve a defense that struggled for large stretches of 2021. A very solid job here by GM Brett Veach. Las Vegas Raiders, A. All the Raiders did was trade for the game's best wideout in Davante Adams. Oh, and they signed Chandler Jones to join Max Crosby along their defensive line. Hard to complain if you're a Raiders fan. That said, we do have some questions about the Josh McDaniels hire. It just feels like Rich Bisaccia deserved a full go as the head coach. Los Angeles Chargers, A+. Repairing the league's 29th ranked scoring D was the main priority for GM Tom Telesco, and he did just that by signing All-Pro corner J.C. Jackson, acquiring future Hall of Famer and linebacker Khalil Mack, and adding Kyle Van Noy, Sebastian Joseph Day, and Austin Johnson to shore up a suspect run D. Los Angeles Rams, A-. The salary cap prompted the Rams to bid farewell to several key players from the Super Bowl 56 championship team. And yet, they still made 2 big-time moves by signing Bobby Wagner and Allen Robinson. More importantly, GM Les Snead signed franchise pillars Aaron Donald, Cooper Kupp, and Matt Stafford to lucrative contracts, which should keep them Rams for life. Miami Dolphins, A. Did Miami overpay for Terron Armstead, Connor Williams, and Cedric Wilson Jr.? Yeah. Did they give up a lot for Tyreek Hill? Well, also yes. But all those moves should pay major dividends over the long run. The offense around Tagovailoa is absolutely loaded now. And we haven't even mentioned the rebuilt backfield, which consists of Chase Edmonds, Sony Michel, and Raheem Mostert. Minnesota Vikings, C-. Love the Kevin O'Connell hire as head coach, but why did Kirk Cousins get another lucrative extension, and why did they bring back a fading Patrick Peterson at corner? We did like the Lewis Cine and Andrew Booth Jr. draft picks to help reshape the secondary. Those alone keep many away from a potential D or F grade. New England Patriots, D. Bill Belichick lost his top assistant in Josh McDaniels, for starters. Also gone are O-lineman Ted Karras and Shaq Mason, superstar corner J.C. Jackson, defensive captain Dante Hightower, and the versatile Kyle Van Noy. And Belichick reached big time for Cole Strange in the number 29 spot of the draft. New England sure didn't do much this offseason, watching their 3 division rivals make some significant moves to take that next step. New Orleans Saints, A. Love the Saints' decision to be aggressive, even with Sean Payton gone. Jameis Winston is going to have a monster year with newcomers Chris Olave and Jarvis Landry complementing Alvin Kamara and a healthy Michael Thomas. That D got even scarier as well with the Tyrann Mathieu signing. If NOLA can win 9 games with 4 different QBs in 2021, they can certainly win double-digit games in 2022. New York Giants, B. Smart of new GM Joe Shane to avoid big free agent signings and get out of the James Bradbury, Logan Ryan, and Kyle Rudolph deals. Shane also hit home runs with the Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal picks, giving the G-men 2 immediate impact players. New York Jets, A. Make no mistake, the Jets aren't going to be good in 2022, and probably not even in 2023. But improvement is inevitable following a productive offseason from Joe Douglas. The offense should be a lot better with rookie Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson, plus veteran newcomers CJ Uzomah and Laken Tomlinson in the fold. Sauce Gardner gives Gang Green its first elite shutdown corner since Darrelle Revis. Rookie pass rusher Jermaine Johnson II and hard-hitting safety Jordan Whitehead will also help elevate the league's worst D from 2021. Philadelphia Eagles, A+. All Howie Roseman did was acquire a top-flight receiver in A.J. Brown from Tennessee to complement the up-and-coming Devontae Smith. That may be the league's best receiving duo in a very short period of time, folks. Oh, and Roseman added plenty of depth to a loaded defense by signing Hassan Reddick and James Bradbury, before drafting run-stopping force Jordan Davis and Nakobe Dean. Yeah, these Eagles are ready to win the NFC East and compete for a championship again. Pittsburgh Steelers, B-. The Mitch Trubisky contract is fair. It at least buys some time for first-round pick Kenny Pickett to develop if he's not quite ready. The George Pickens selection in round 2 was beautiful work, and getting do-it-all safety Minkah Fitzpatrick signed long-term? Hey, take a bow, new GM Omar Khan. San Francisco 49ers, C-. Jimmy Garoppolo hasn't been traded. Deebo Samuel hasn't committed to San Fran yet. John Lynch spent a third-round pick on talented running back Tyrion Davis-Price, even though the 49ers already have an explosive deep running back group. Oh, and the once elite O-line lost Alex Mack and Laken Tomlinson. Not the best offseason for a team that's trying to win now. Seattle Seahawks, C-. Sure, trading Russell Wilson and releasing Poppy Wagner were necessary evils in the rebuild, but you're really going with Geno Smith and Drew Lock as your QBs? You didn't even want to give Baker Mayfield a chance? Also, where's DK Metcalf's extension? And on what planet is Will Dissly worth $24 million over 3 years? Folks, this is not how you kickstart a rebuild without a superstar QB. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, A. Getting Tom Brady back was a win to begin with, but GM Jason Light also managed to retain pending free agents Chris Godwin, Carlton Davis, Ryan Jensen, and Leonard Fournette. And he got former Atlanta receiver Russell Gage on a bargain contract. Logan Hall was a great pick in round 2, giving the Bucs more depth on a star-studded front 7. These guys are locked in for another championship contending season, all right. Tennessee Titans, D-. A team that is in win-now mode didn't want to pay a top 10 receiver in A.J. Brown, so they replaced him with an unproven rookie in Treylon Burks. Alright then, you lose stalwart guard Roger Saffold in free agency and don't bother to find a suitable replacement? That's another head-scratcher. Where exactly is the big splash to keep your Super Bowl window open? Washington Commanders, C. Carson Wentz is certainly an upgrade over any QB that has been used in Washington since 2018, but 2 third-round picks for a guy that the Colts couldn't wait to get rid of is still a very interesting call. However, we love the Jahan Dotson pick at 16 overall, and getting Terry McLaurin extended was a very positive move by the front office. But hey, which NFL team do you think had the best 2022 offseason? Join us in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton, and hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.